Attack on Titan is one of the best stories ever written, but the deeper you look, the more you realize something strange. This world is held together by emotion, trauma, and a whole lot of broken rules. From the time loop paradox, to the rumblings, twisted morality, to Reiner's surviving literal war crimes. Aoda bends logic so hard the story becomes a psychological maze. And honestly, that's why it hits so hard. Let's start with the biggest riddle, the time loop. Aoda insists everything is predetermined because all Eldians are connected through the paths. But here's the contradiction. Eren says he's free. Mikasa's choice matters. Armin decides the future. But the paths show every moment already exists. Ymir waited 2,000 years for a girl she never met, meaning freedom doesn't even exist in this universe. Everyone is just acting out trauma that was already scripted. It's the cleanest paradox in anime. You can't have destiny and choice at the same time. People argue about Eren's morality like it's simple. It isn't. The world outside parody was already trapped in its own cycle of fear and propaganda. Marley was oppressed first, conquered, humiliated, and then built its entire identity around controlling Eldians so they wouldn't end up at the bottom again. Fear creates violence, and violence creates the next oppressor. It's the same pattern real countries fall into. History turning people into monsters because they don't want to die powerless. But here's the truth Aoda shows brutally. Understanding someone's trauma never justifies mass slaughter. Eren didn't break the cycle. He multiplied it by 10,000. The rumbling wasn't justice. It was a scared child with god-level power, trying to solve a broken world with a broken solution. And that's the tragedy, not heroism. Then there's Reiner. The armor titan? Sure, but the real ability? Surviving things that should turn a human into seasoned. Shot point blank, blown up, crushed, decapitated, emotionally broken since age 12. And he still wakes up for breakfast. Reiner is proof that sometimes plot armor is not a flaw. It's a narrative choice. He represents guilt that refuses to die. A living reminder that even villains are victims of cycles they didn't choose. Aoda's final layer of chaos is the unanswered questions that the story never touches again. The Founder Worm. It picks Eren, abandons him, then fuses to Fort Salta like it has a second job. Where did it come from? Why does it behave like a traumatized pet? No explanations. Ymir's obsession with Mikasa. Why is this one girl the key to ending 2,000 years of slavery? Coincidence? Symbolism? A cosmic glitch? Pick your theory. Titan biology. Sometimes Eldians explode into titans. Sometimes they sprout bones slowly. Sometimes they just pop like balloons. Aoda's world is inconsistent. But the inconsistencies aren't mistakes. They're emotional logic. The world bends to trauma, not physics. Attack on Titan isn't perfect. The rules contradict themselves, characters survive impossible things, and entire plot threads vanish into thin air. But that's exactly why the story hits harder than clean, logical worlds like Fullmetal Alchemist. Aoda feels human, messy, contradictory, driven by trauma instead of reason. It's not a story about freedom. It's a story about people trying to be free inside a system built to crush them. And that's why this world sticks with you long after the credits roll.